We get ready for kickoff here. Lake Hamilton will be kicking deep to the Leopards. Bud Johnson and Jacoby Hart back deep for the Leopards. As I missed it last week, Ben, but I'm going to go ahead and welcome it in. It's showtime. Kick is away, going to be fielded in the end zone by Hart. He's going to bring it out. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, looking for room to run around the 25, down to about the 26-yard line goes Hart. Leopards will take over there, 1st and 10.
And, you know, that's one of the rule changes that we've seen over the years. You know, before when the ball would get kicked into the end zone, that was an automatic touchback. Now we're bringing that out, and he caught it about 2 yards deep, got his shoulder square, and brought it out to about the 25-yard line. And so pretty good on everybody's account. Good return, pretty good coverage. Played some football.
I think we got some confusion. I thought he went down around 26. Now the ball is being moved again. There it is. They're arguing about the spot, but it's going to be somewhere in between. We're going to give him the 26. Leopards come to the line, trips left, split right. Simmons in the backfield. To the left is Carradine looking to throw out to Bud Johnson on the left. Not much there. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 2.
And I think one of the things that Malvern's going to try to take advantage of, they do have a numbers advantage, they do have a size advantage, but I think if we were going to line up and run a 40, most of the white jerseys would end up over the line first. So I do think we have a speed advantage. I think we're going to see if we might be able to take advantage of that.
I like it. We got quads right, split left here. Simmons alone in the backfield, 2nd and 8 from the 28-yard line. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw out to the right. It is complete. Going to be up over the 35-yard line, right nearly the first down. Looks like he's going to have it. Is I think Chase McAllister.
I think it was Bud. It was number 8. Bud. And I think one of the things that, you know, we mentioned it last week is the maturity of Said. It's real easy to rush a throw like that, but he stayed composed. You could see his shoulders were square. Very good start for Said.
I love a good quads formation. Trips left, split right. Carradine to the right of Simmons. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Said looking to throw again. He's going to be hit and dropped all the way back to the 25-yard line. We're going to have 2nd and long, Ben.
Yeah, and, you know, we knew that was going to kind of be a concern. They are really, really big up front. They're going to get some push. And so one of the things I don't anticipate us doing is a lot of 5-step drops, 7-step drops, and forcing Said to survey. I think we're going to be trying to get the ball in and out as quickly as we can, because I don't know that we're going to be able to hold blocks against guys this big.
Forward progress given to the 31. Not too bad. 2nd and 15. Going to be twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the right. Back to the right of Simmons. Fakes the give, looking to throw again. Out route to Asher. He's got it. He's going to be back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 3rd and 15 from the 36-yard line.
It's going to be closer to 3rd and 10, I think. We got back to the
I'm sorry. I said that. I don't know what I'm doing here.
But, you know, it gives us a manageable play, you know, because one of the things that we may not be able to do that we did a little bit against Glen Rose is we did some of the sprint out runs with Cedric, giving them the opportunity to throw or run. That's going to be a little bit more difficult with their size, because their ends may be able to penetrate, get upfield, and cause some disruption there.
Going to have trips left, split right, back to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap, looking to throw again over the middle is Martin. He's got him. Little seam route right up the middle, going to cross the 50 all the way down to the opposite 47. 1st down Leopards.
And I think that we've seen something on film against Lakeside that they can exploit, because we are really hammering that short intermediate passing game. And, you know, he mentioned it in the coach's show about them running the deep quarters, and we may be able to try to get them to sync those safeties up, and that's when you have an opportunity to try one deep. But we saw Carter have a nice catch down the seam in the first game as well.
Leopards throwing the ball more than we've seen in quite a while. Twins left, split right. Asher the up, back to the right. Back to the right of Simmons. Looks like it is Relaford. Here's the snap, fakes to Relaford, looking to throw deep. Fade route, Dante Reed down the right side, goes up for it. He's got it. Touchdown, Leopards. What a throw by Simmons.
It was, and I'm going to tell you, that was actually pretty good coverage. I was actually thinking that might come down as an interception.
Yeah.
But somehow it just kind of wove its way through, and what concentration by Dante. That was actually a very difficult catch, because that corner was I mean, he was all over it. It was a great catch.
Due to things going on in this world, Leopards will be going for 2 here. Best way I can say that. 9:35 left in the first quarter. Leopards strike first. 6-0, looking for the 2-point conversion here. Going to have Twins right, split left. Asher the up back off the right. Relaford to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons rolls right, looking for somebody to throw to. Got Martin in the back of the end zone. He's got him. That's going to be Leopards 8, Wolves 0, 9:35 left in the first quarter. We'll be back after this.
Orange Outdoor is ready to serve your outdoor needs at both their Hot Springs and Malvern locations. Orange carries the #1 tractor brand in the world, Mahindra, as well as tractors by Coyote, John Deere, Kubota, LT, and Massey Ferguson. For your residential lawn needs, Orange carries zero-turn mowers by Hustler and Spartan. Horn also carries a full line of outdoor power tools. For all of your outdoor needs, visit Horns at 3505 North Highway 171 in Malvern or at 3034 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton. Leopards strike first, leading the Wolves 8-0, 9:35 left in the first quarter. Ben, how important is it to go down there and strike blood?
Well, when you're on the road and you have an opportunity to do so, it's huge. I think when you take into consideration what Lake Hamilton does, they pound the ball, pound the ball, pound the ball. That's all they've seen, and they have not had a lot of time because of the whole COVID situation to get different looks. You almost wonder if the fact that we're giving them something that they were not preparing for themselves, if that might be giving us some sort of an advantage here.
Carry down on to kick for the Leopards. It's a good one. All the way down, going over the head and fielded at the 6-yard line. Now looking to get upfield. Good coverage by the Leopards. He's going to be hit and dropped right around the 15-yard line.
Seems like Lake Hamilton may have seen our sky kicks last week, and I think they were playing way up, and so you kind of kick one over the head, you fumble it around a little bit, you combine that with really good coverage, good effort, and you have actually the total opposite of what we had at the beginning of the Glen Rose game last week, which was great field position at the start of every possession, and now both teams are actually having to drive the field.
Ready for that carry-down toe kick. Too tight wing tee here for the Wolves. Snares the snap, hand is to the fullback, looking for room to run. Not a lot there. Nice play hit initially by Jacoby Hart and then met by a host of Leopards.
Yeah, that's Tevin Woodley. He's one of the two big running studs that had over 1,000 yards for Lake Hamilton last year. It's really nice to get that first tackle under your belt, because these running backs are big physical guys. I think that's going to kind of be the key for us as we're undersized is, do we wrap up, do we tackle, do we do things fundamentally? Because if you don't, they're gonna truck you pretty good.
Leopards had to run a man off the field. Officials timeout. Not sure what was going on. Could be equipment related. Lake Hamilton comes to the line. Going to be 2nd and 9 from the 16-yard line. Same formation, too tight wing tee. Here's the snap, give off the left side. He's going to be hit quick and drop. Another gain of 1 there for Lake Hamilton. Going to be 3rd and long. And
that's the other stud, Owen Miller. Those are the two names we're going to be calling out a lot. And so they've tried one, they've tried the other. And kudos to the Malvern defense for being able to keep both of them on their individual carry and put them behind the sticks, because this is not the position Lake Hamilton wants to be in. They want to be in 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. 3rd and 8 is not their cup of tea.
As Ben said, 3rd and 8 from the 17-yard line. Going to stay in the too tight wing T formation. 8:24 left and counting. Here's the snap, give up the middle. Going to be hit and driven backwards immediately. Nice play there by Charles Sanders. And Ben, I just realized we haven't even mentioned our isolated player of the game tonight.
The isolated player of the game is going to be none other than senior Easton West, number 23. He's the defensive end on the other side of Charles Sanders. And when you have running backs this good and defensive linemen this good, and they like to run the sweeps and off tackle out of that T formation, the defensive ends are going to have to play their position in order for us to keep them off the field.
Apologize to Easton. Looking for a big night from him, though. Isolated player. Lake Hamilton on to punt. Going to be...
Oh, I think that hit our guy.
It did hit our guy, but what a play there. Smart play.
Very heady play.
That was
Quentin McCoy.
Yeah, Quentin McCoy sees it bounce off the heel of a Leopard, goes over there and dives on it. Absolutely great field position for the Leopards. They're going to take over at the 33-yard line for their second possession of the night.
I'm not sure who that hit, but it really wasn't their fault. It was just a really bad punt.
Yeah.
You can't anticipate something like that, but a really, really heads-up play by McCoy there to have the sense to quickly jump on it, because there were a couple of Wolves that had picked up on that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Leopards come out 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. 7:32 left in the first quarter. Going to be Twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the right. Looks like Carradine to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap, fakes to Carradine, rolling right, looking for the run. Going to get upfield, puts a move on a man, makes another man miss. Still fighting and breaking tackles. Going to pick up a big gain here all the way down to the 25-yard line is Simmons.
So I said we weren't going to sprint out and give him the option to pass or throw. That might be a difficult thing. Right there, that was actually exactly what we did, and they did a good job of covering. One of the things that when you are accurate with the football, which Cedric has been early in this game, you force those linebackers to sit back into those zones, which is going to give him more room to run.
Leopards playing well so far. 2nd and 2 here. Ball on the 25-yard line. Twins left, split right. Asher the up back to the right. Carradine to the right of Simmons. Give is to Carradine, looking for room to run on the outside. Not a lot there. Breaks the first tackle. Still breaking tackles. Going to have enough for the first down. Just short of the 20-yard line down to the 19, but there is a flag down.
And, you know, he kind of turned funny. It could possibly be a face mask, but it looks like they're going to back him up, so it's going to be a hold.
Yeah, there was a immediate conversation between the white hat and the Lake Hamilton coaching staff, which is never a good sign for the Leopards. We'll be holding, and that will back Malvern up, and what would have been a first down near the red zone. It's turned in now 2nd and long.
You know, one of the things that most fans don't want to hear is how important time of possession is, and I think a lot of times it's overblown. This may be a game where it's not, because they are so big and physical with their offensive line. Your defense really does need to stay off the field. So if your offense can stay on the field and milk some clock, it's going to be a huge benefit for your defense.
Going to be 2nd and 10 from the 33. Twins left, split right. Brings Bud Johnson in motion. Pitches to him. He's looking for room to run. Cuts it up. Going to have a little bit, but not much there. Only about a 2-yard gain there for Bud Johnson.
And a really, really good play by Lake Hamilton. They had that played very well, and it was a really good cut by Bud Johnson, because it's very tempting to continue to want to try to string that outside, and if he had, we probably would have lost 2 or 3. As it was, he was able to find a sliver of daylight and actually pick up a couple there.
What is actually now ruled as a pass. Kind of a modified jet sweep there. Just a little shovel pass real quick. 3rd and 8 from the 31-yard line. Twins to the left, split right. Asher the up back to the right. Looks like Hart to the left of Simmons. Simmons in no hurry to snap. Here it is, though. Slant route. Looks like Simmons expected Dante to keep going. Dante thought he could sit right in a little gap, and pass was almost intercepted.
And I think Dante may have had the right of it right there. It looked like if he'd have fired it in right there, because it looked like Dante was probably 1 yard past the marker. I think that that might have been the right read. Now, we don't know what the route tree is, but I think that if we would have fired it at Dante's left shoulder, I think we probably would have had a completion right there. This is probably territory where you're going to go for it.
Yeah, and you know, Ben, a lot of times with slant routes, you teach receivers, if you get a gap, don't run yourself into coverage. You sit in that gap and stay there. And just a little bit of miscommunication there, but 4th and 8. Twins left, split right. Asher the up back to the left, Hart to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons flush in the pocket, looking to run. Not going to have a lot there, and the Leopards are going to turn it over on downs. Lake Hamilton will take over at the 28-yard line. Leopards still lead the Wolves 8-0. 5:34 left in the first quarter.
And you know what? You start with 12 minutes in a quarter. I would say we've probably had the football now. We've run 6.5 minutes off, so we've probably had the ball for 4 minutes, and they've only had it for a minute and a half. And you know, again, when their offensive line is running about 270, 260, 280 across the line, you want them off the field.
Here's the snap. Give is to the left side, looking for room to run, and he's got a little bit. He's going to be down near the first down, all the way down to the 42-yard line, where it'll bring up a 2nd and 1.
And that's where Lake Hamilton wants to live. I mean, if they're going to be in 3rd and 8 situations tonight, it's going to be it's going to be Malvern's game to lose. But, you know, this is what Lake Hamilton wants to do, be in 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3 situations.
Sorry, it's the 37-yard line, as it will be 2nd and 1. Here's the snap. Fakes the give, looking to throw. Got a man wide open out on the right. He's got a lot of room to run as he crosses the 50 all the way down to the 39-yard line. Will be one of those big tailbacks, Ben, you were talking about.
Yeah, and, you know, this was kind of reminiscent of what happened last year. You know, we were selling out against the run because they run the ball about 90% of the time, and so you feel like you can do that, and especially on a 2nd and 1. That's a good play call in Lake Hamilton because if you're going to sell out, you can sneak that back out of there, and he's going to have a lot of grass.
Yeah, that was a pass I think that I could complete.
Probably one that I could have caught.
Probably.
We might have been able to pick up a first down right there, me and you.
Oh, there's a flag I didn't even see. Looks like there was a hold. We'll move the ball all the way back to the 49-yard line.
It's still going to be a first down because it was way, way, way past the marker.
Official and Lake Hamilton's coach still discussing things here. Going to be 1st and 10 regardless for the Wolves at the 49-yard line. 4:53 left in the first quarter. Going to stay in the two-type wing T formation.
And we got 10 in the box right now, so we are 100% sold off on the run.
Here's the give to the outside, looking for room along the left. Sprung out, and nice play by the Leopard defense. Bud Johnson makes the initial hit, and then Quentin McCoy and a few others came in and finished him off.
Yeah, we got 10 in the box. And so, you know, most of us know what that means, but if you don't, that means within about 4 yards of the line of scrimmage, we have 10 guys from tackle to tackle really squeezed in there. We are 100% sold off on the run, and we're gonna I think try to force them to pass the football to win this football game.
Only a gain of 1 there will bring up a 2nd and 9 from the 48-yard line. Going to stay in the two-tight wing T formation. Here's the snap, give up the middle. Bouncing off tackles, still going, going to be hit by Charles Sanders, and then kind of a little love tap on the way by was Jacoby Hart.
It is, and so this is a tough situation. It's probably 4-down territory for Lake Hamilton because they feel, I think, that they can probably pick up 2 or 3 on this play, and then they can come back and get 1 or 2 on the next play. So I don't think they're going to pass for this. I think they're probably going to try to run, and if they don't get the first, get real close.
3rd and 4. Here's the snap. Give is to the tailback looking for room around the outside. He's going to be just barely short, as Ben kind of predicted there. The old 2 or 3. Going to bring up a 4th and 1 at the 40. Big play here for the Leopard defense.
And this is a case of Lake Hamilton knowing who they are. They know they're big. They know they're strong. They know that if they can get 2 or 3 on that play, they've got 1 yard left to go, and they're going to trust their big hosses up front to get the push to get the yard.
I would expect to see big number 25 up the middle here. Bring a man in motion, give a little bit of extra room on the left side, and he will run right behind it, and he's going to have plenty of room as he's breaking tackles. Almost breaks it all the way, but Keith Carradine's going to be able to bring him down inside the 30-yard line all the way down to the 27-yard line will be Lake Hamilton. Well, they'll have 1st and 10 from there.
You know, one of the things that people like to talk about is, does a team have an identity? And Lake Hamilton certainly has an identity because not even their backs aren't even speedy backs. You know, they are built on strength, and that goes even to their running backs. Their running backs are built on power back running.
Two-tight wing T shifts into the opposite two-tight wing T. Here's the give. Tailback looking for room along the right side. Going to have plenty, cuts it up over the, spins off of a Leopard all the way down inside, right at the 10-yard line there. Looked like the Leopards had him wrapped up, Ben, but they ended up throwing him forward for about 5 more yards.
Yeah, you know, that was well done by Lake Hamilton, too. They blocked it well, and good patience by the running back. I mean, he was, you know, one of the things about high school running backs is a lot of times they just go. They don't take the time to be patient and wait, and he did a good job of waiting.
1st and goal from the 10. Two-tight wing T here. Here's the snap. Looks like same play. Tailback cuts it up this time. Going to be hit and driven back after a gain of about 3. Looked like Sanders and
looked like Jacoby was in right there at the beginning of it, and
Trayshawn got him some too.
Yeah, I would say so.
Going to make it 2nd and 7, or a 2nd and goal from the 7, I guess I should say.
And again, I mean, this is probably a situation where they feel like 3 yards right here is not a failure. Getting to 3rd and 4 is going to give them the opportunity to get to 4th and 1.
Here's the snap, give up the middle to the big back. He's fighting for yardage, and down near the goal line, looks like he's going to get all the way down to the 2-yard line. Be 3rd and goal from the 2. As we have 1 minute and 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. Leopards leading the Wolves 8-0.
So this is where you're probably going to sell out. I would imagine we're going to blitz everybody, the kitchen sink, everything.
Here's snap, quarterback sneak up the middle, and he's got it. Going to be touchdown Lake Hamilton as the quarterback basically just walks into the end zone. And the fireworks go off.
One of the things that's really neat is to see two teams that are so different play each other because, one team may have a speed advantage, one team may have a size advantage, and you don't know who's going to come out on top. You just got to sit there and wait and see which style wins today.
Extra point attempt here. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is away, and it is good. With 1:05 left in the first quarter, Leopards lead the Wolves 8-7. We'll be back after this.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
Welcome you back to Lake Hamilton. If you're just joining us, 1:05 left here in the first quarter. Leopards lead the Wolves 8-7, but Lake Hamilton just coming off of a touchdown to get back into the game.
Yeah, and I would suspect that we're going to see Malvern try to, work those short passes again on this drive. Last year we had some success passing the football too. We're not particularly deep, but Braxton was 9 for 14. Said was 7 for 10. Braxton threw 3 touchdowns last year, so we didn't pick up a lot of yards, but they were very efficient. And you keep that clock rolling, and you keep their offense off the field.
Kick is away. Going to be deep into the end zone, fielded there by Dante Reed. He drops the ball into the end zone, which will make it a touchback. If you catch it cleanly, I think you can run it out, but if you drop it back there, it's going to continue to be a touchback, and that was probably good because Dante looked to run it out there, Ben, and the coverage team was sitting right there at the 10 waiting for him.
The one thing we can say for sure about Dante is he does not lack for confidence.
That's right.
And he was going to give that the old college try to bring that out from about 7 yards deep after he had had it. And really, it was just a tough catch because he kicked it clean over his head.
Yeah, it was a really good kick there by the kicker. 1st and 10 from the 20. Leopards will take over. Leading by 1. Simmons brings his offense back out on the field. They're going to have twins to the left, split right. Asher the up back on the left. Carradine to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons rolls left, looking for Bud Johnson. He's got him. Bud's trying to weave through people. Really nice route there. Gets upfield, going to get all the way across the 45 down to the 46.
And there's a flag out there, so I wonder if that's going to be a pick. I don't know, but it looks like they're going to be backing it up. I don't know if maybe we had a guy that they felt like had prevented a defensive player from getting into his area.
Long discussion about it. Really good play there. Simmons rolls out left. Bud just does a nice job of finding that open hole in the defense.
Had an illegal man downfield. Which was that's difficult to do because we got rid of the ball pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It couldn't have been by much.
So, I almost wonder if we had a guy covered up and maybe another receiver was sprinting off the line. Maybe we...
Could be. That's one of those when you watch it back, it may be a little bit more clear than it was to Bennett. No, we didn't see that one.
Or it could have been illegal touching. And if that was... So Bud may have been covered up and may not have been the last guy on the line of scrimmage. We'll have to go back and watch that on the replay and see if that was the case.
Going to move it back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 15. As Leopards come to the line, going to have twins left, split right. Asher the up back on the right side. Carradine to the right of Simmons. 4 on the play clock. Simmons doesn't look like he's ready. He just gets it away. Here's the snap, looking for a seam route to Asher across the middle and just outside of his outreached hands. Incomplete.
Yeah, that was a very, very small window, and actually not a bad throw because he put it in a spot where the defender could not intercept it, and gave Malachi a fighting chance perhaps to catch the ball. But the one thing you don't want to do is turn the football over, give them the ball at the 40-yard line. So, I know it's an incomplete pass, and now it's second and long, but that's better than 1st and 10 going the other way from the 40-yard line.
I have to agree with you there. Will be 2nd and 15 from the 15. Twins left. Here's the snap. Simmons, little out route to Dante Reed. Looking to try to break tackles and get upfield. Just not a whole lot there. Ben going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, again, well played. And I think, what Malvern's going to have to do is we're going to have to find those soft spots in the zone that are probably not particularly deep because they are, playing, keeping us from going long. So we're probably going to be looking at 7 to 15 yards is going to be the sweet zone for us to complete passes.
That will be the end of the first quarter. Leopards lead Lake Hamilton 8-7. They will be facing a 3rd and 15 when we come back after these messages.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett, and I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton. Start of the second quarter here. Leopards hanging on to a 1-point lead, 8-7 over the Wolves. Ben, we've had some success putting the ball in the air. We just kind of keep shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties and putting ourselves in long yardage situations.
Yeah, and one of the things that, you got high school kids playing their second game of the year. We didn't have the full off-season program that we normally have, and, some of that's going to play. I remember when we were in school, it was about what we had. We had 2 weeks before school of two-a-days, and there were penalties all over the place the first couple of weeks. That's kind of been tempered down a little bit because these kids play football almost all year long in one form or another. But this is a totally different situation for these kids.
3rd and 15 from the 15. Here's the snap. Simmons rolling right, looking for someone to throw to. Another flag flies. Nobody really there for Simmons as he's just going to look to throw it away.
It might be intercepted.
It might be, and it looks like it will be. Yeah, that's one. Simmons kind of just was looking to throw at the feet of the receiver, and you live to fight another day, and just, I guess, didn't see the Lake Hamilton player. And he goes down to his knees and makes the interception. Big play for Lake Hamilton. The flag was a hold on Malvern. Obviously will be declined, and the Wolves will take over with great field position.
And that's one obviously where they're going to go back, look at the film, and talk about throwing it away, talk about, what did Houston Nutt say, throw it to grandma in the third row type of a situation. And
Varsity Blues hit the mascot.
Yeah, that's part of the growing process for any young quarterback. It's hard. It's difficult for us to remember that Sed's just a sophomore because he played most of last year as a freshman.
1st and 10 from the 28.
Actually played all of last year as a freshman, but he started most of the year.
That's usually how it works. Give this to the tailback up the middle. Room to run as he's breaking tackles. Malik Relaford hits him from behind as he makes his way over the 20-yard line down to the 19. Going to be a gain of 9 on first down.
I'm going to tell you, Tevin Woodley, that's number 25. He is an impressive specimen. I mean, it says 190. There is no way that cat is just 190 pounds. He looks like he's got 190 pounds in that thigh.
I'm going to have to agree with Ben on that one.
He's got to be 215.
2nd and 1 here. Ball on the 19-yard line. Here's the snap. Give to the tailback looking for room to run off the left. He's going to have enough for the first down as he crosses the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 Wolves.
This is, Lake Hamilton's just kind of doing what they do. And what we run the risk of allowing Lake Hamilton to do is get into a rhythm. That's one thing that we did not allow them to do on that first series. We got them behind on the sticks. We got them in the 3rd and long situation. But when they're going to start rolling out, picking up 6, 7, 8 yards a chunk, they're going to eat up a lot of energy on our part.
Too tight wing T look here. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Here's the snap. Give as the tailback looking for room to run on the right. Flag flies. Nice play by Jacoby Hart as he strings it out and comes up and lays the lumber.
That was a great open field tackle. And it was, if he doesn't make that tackle, now there is a flag. I think it's going to be backed up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a hold.
But if he doesn't make that tackle, there's a lot of green. And a penalty, a 10-yard penalty is something that Lake Hamilton really cannot afford, because that puts them in a position to where you can pick up 7 yards on this play now, but then it's 2nd and 13, and then you can pick up another 7 yards, and you still got 6 left. So, this is the type of situation that can be an absolute drive killer for a team like Lake Hamilton.
We'll be 1st and 21 now from the 25-yard line. Going to stay in the too tight wing T look. Shifts a man up, shifts a man back. Here's the snap. A double handoff there on the left side. Got a lot of room to run. Reed's the only man who has a chance. Going to be down near the end zone, but going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. A little bit of misdirection there, Ben.
It is misdirection, and, when you have to sell out because you're a little undersized and you're relying on speed and you're relying on blitzing, you have to make immediate judgments. And when you have motion going one way, and actually the ball goes one way, and then you do a double handoff coming back the other side, that original look that you give and that original decision is not the right one.
1st and goal from the 1. Probably going to be looking at a heavy dose of Woodley here, as it is, and he will walk into the end zone. 10-19 left in the 2nd quarter. Lake Hamilton takes their first lead of the night, 13-8 on the Leopards. Extra point pending as the Rockets fire. Not a good game to come to if you have PTSD. As we await the extra point. Snap is good, holds down, kick is away. And it is good. So with 10-19 left in the 2nd quarter, Lake Hamilton leads the Leopards 14-8. We'll be back after this.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton as they take their first lead of the night, going up 14-8 on the Leopards. 10-19 left here in the 2nd quarter. Leopards going to have, looks like, Hart and Bud Johnson back deep to receive on this one, and this kicker, Ben, has steadily been putting it into the end zone.
He's got a boomer leg. There's no doubt about that. And, when you have a speed advantage, that's one thing. If you can put the ball deep in the end zone so they can't return it, then that's a weapon on your part.
I think if Ron was here, there would have been a sooner followed by that there. But here we go. Kick is away, going to be down into the end zone again, fielded by Hart. And this time they rule it a touchback.
Now, I'm pretty sure on the first return that he was completely in the end zone, about 2 yards when he returned it out, wasn't he?
I'm going to go ahead and say that might have been a mistake by the official.
Did he let him run it out?
Yeah. That's going to be my call.
One of the things I would like to see is a little bit more, on things of that nature, I would like to see a little bit more commonality in the rules between the pros down to high school. I know why they do it, but what's the difference between letting a kid take off from the 1 and from the -1, or 1 yard back in the end zone? I don't know what the difference is.
Confucius say 2 yards. Twins right, twins left. Here's the snap looking to throw. Got Carter Martin on a quick little pick or pop route. 5-yard stop, and he's going to pick up about 6, Ben.
Yeah, and, that's kind of been, what we said, around, that was 6, but, we were talking about 7 to 15 yards. It's going to kind of be the the honey hole for us probably down the field. They're really doing a good job of preventing the deep ball, and they've played our short passes very, very well.
2nd and 4 from the 26. Going to stay Twins right, Twins left. Back to the left of Simmons. Simmons looking to throw flush from the pocket. Now going to tuck it and go. He's going to pick up the first down as he crosses the 30.
And
looks like they're
obviously,
going to mark it right on the 30.
Obviously, said showcasing some of his athleticism right there, but Braxton Allen picked up a really, really nice block to spring him, to allow him to get to the outside to get the first down. We probably don't get the first down if we don't get that block on the outside.
Braxton was a 2-time medalist in golf this week. Got to throw that in there. Golf coach here.
See, now we need to transition to scoring many points. Now we want a big score.
There you go. Flip it. Twins right, Twins left. 1st and 10 from the Leopards from the 30-yard line back to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Tunnel route there by Dante Reed. Going to get upfield, pick up a nice gain of 3 there.
And even though that's only 3 yards, what that does is when you run those bubble screens, you are forcing people to run long distances. You've got linebackers that are chasing. You've got safeties that are backing up and running forward. And you're getting them to exert energy. Not only that, but we're giving our guys up in the booth a chance to look and see how their defense is rolling in certain situations and see what routes may work for big plays later on.
Spoke too soon. Looked like they were going to mark it for a gain of 3. Only a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 32-yard line. Twins right, split left. Here's the snap. Fakes the give to Carradine, rolling out to the right, looking for a man. He's got him. That's Bud Johnson as he's going to catch it just short of the 45-yard line.
And Bud did a great job of finding that hole. We talked about you don't want to run yourself into a hole. You don't want to run yourself into coverage. You want to find yourself in a sweet spot. And Bud did a great job of finding where that big area was, and he just kind of sat and waited. And you got to give Cedric credit for, being patient, and then finding the guy that was in that open spot in the zone.
If you listened last week to the Leopard offense, you heard a lot of give left, give right, give left. Tonight, it's been Simmons showing off the arm. 1st and 10 from the Leopards from the 45-yard line. Twins left, split right, Asher the up back to the left. Here's the snap, option look to Relaford. Simmons going backwards to try to go forwards. Not a lot there. He's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield down to about the 41-yard line.
And again, like Hamilton played that very, very well. And some of it's just size. When you get penetration in one position sometimes, which in that case it was on our left side, they got good penetration from. I don't know if that was their right defensive tackle, would have been on our left side or their right end, but it really disrupted what Cedric was trying to do there. And that's probably one where when they go in and they look at it on film, Coach Plumlee's probably going to say, you know what, a gain of 0 would have been acceptable right there.
Twins right, split left. Asher the up back to the left side. Here's the snap, fakes the give to Relaford. Simmons looking to throw. Throws it out to the outside. Dante Reed looking to get upfield, going to get close to the 50, down to the 49-yard line.
And that gives you a 3rd and manageable. I mean, we've been, if we're going to throw the football on nearly every down, 3rd and 6 is not an insurmountable down and distance at all, because most of our passes have been, probably 6 to 7 yards anyway. So good play to put us in position to have a chance to pick this up.
We'll be 3rd and 6 from the 49-yard line. Twins right, split left.
Now it should be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, well, 3rd and 1.
Well, yeah, I can't do math. I taught English and social studies.
I was told there would be no math, to quote the famous Michael Chance. Oh, let there be light. After the penalty, it will be 3rd and 1. Ball will be moved down to the 46-yard line.
So this is an interesting play call for Coach Plumlee, because we've been throwing it so much, even on short yardage situations. Now we've got 3rd and 1. Looks like the backs are going to be, looks like that's Malik out there, number 19, who's a big, strong, powerful kid. Malachi's in a blocking position, so it'll be interesting to see if we try to run to pick this up or if we go ahead and let Cedric throw it.
Here's a snap, low snap, fielded by Simmons. Give is to Relaford. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Actually going to be a loss of 1 or 2 there. Now brings up a interesting call for the Leopards, as we're going to be looking at about a 4th and 3.
And it's really tough to know if we would have had an opportunity to pick that up or not. The snap was low. That threw the timing off. We don't know, what the chances would have been. But when you have to hesitate to get the handoff when everybody is anticipating run between the tackles. That's going to make it extremely difficult, especially when you have a defensive line that's this big, this strong, and can get that much penetration.
4th and 3. Leopards look content to let some time run off the clock here as they decide kind of what they want to do. 14 on the play clock, so still plenty of time to get one off if they choose to. Leopards trail the Wolves 14-8 if you just joining us, 5:30 left in the second quarter. Looks like Malvern will spend a time out here and think about what they want to do on 4th and 3. We'll be back after this. Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton. Leopards trail the Wolves 14-8. Little over 5.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Leopards use their first time out here thinking about what they want to do on this 4th and 3.
One of the things that has worked for us that I thought might not work for us was the sprint out run pass options with Cedric. I would be interested to see here he would be probably sprinting out to his right. So it would be interesting to see if we go back to that to give him an option to run, or if we can find somebody in a hole to sling it.
Twins right, split left. Asher the up back off the right side. Looks like Hart to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap option. Look to Hart. Simmons looking for room to run. He's got it. He's across the 40. Still going across the 35 down to the 30-yard line. Big first down for the Leopards.
And there was no pass option. That was straight option.
Yeah.
He was going to take it, and I don't even know if he had an option to pitch. I mean, he was kind of holding the ball like he might, but I did not see a pitch man anywhere in the vicinity that had an opportunity.
No, I think Hart was with him for a second, and then Simmons said, I'm going to cut it up.
I think Cedric decided at the snap that he was going to go pick up that first down, and you like to see that out of a quarterback. You need somebody who's willing to take the reins and say, we need a big play, I'm going to go get it.
Nice gutsy play by Coach Plumley. Could have punted it away and just tried to play for a one-score game at halftime, but he said we're going to go for it. Twins left, split right. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to roll to the left, looking for somebody to throw to. Got McAllister out there, but it's going to go over his head.
Yeah, and I think that what we've seen here is that right now, Coach Plumley is giving Cedric an opportunity to put a game on his shoulders. I mean, this whole first half has really been on the sophomore's shoulders. I think it says a couple of things. Number one, it says that he not only has progressed in his skill to do that against a 6A opponent on the road, but I think it's telling me, and I think it's telling Cedric, he believes in his character and his toughness to be able to do so, and that says a lot to be a sophomore quarterback.
2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Trips left, Twins right. Empty backfield for Simmons. Takes a snap looking to throw. He's going to be hit. He's trying to fight forward. Got a big man on him there. He's going to be dropped for a loss of 2 there. Going to be 3rd and 12 now.
That was Chase Jessup. He listed at 6'4", 290, and he's every bit of 290. And I feel sorry for Seth because I think he got landed on there. But, now here we are in a 3rd and, 13 situation. And you wonder if we're going to try to go back. Last time we were in this situation, we tried to get it to about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. And so I wonder if that's going to kind of be the game plan. Try to pick up half and then try to pick up the second half of that 13 to go afterwards.
Well, don't be surprised if we don't try to get another jump here. Trips to the left, split right here. Asher the up back on the right side. Simmons alone in the backfield. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Quick screen out to Dante Reed. Got a little bit of room to run, but he's going to be hit and dropped after a pretty good gain down to the 26-yard line, Ben.
And, that's where we got to. It looks like probably going to be about 6 yards to go. That's kind of the target zone. You wanted to get to where you were 4th and 6, 4th and 7, because we've actually done fairly well with this in this range of trying to pick up passing yards.
3:39 left here in the first half. Leopards trail 14-8. 4th and 6 from the 26-yard line. Twins right, split left. Back to the right of Simmons. Tries to get him to jump off sides. No going. Asher will be the up back on the right side. Hart to the right of Simmons. Tries to get him to jump again. Not going to happen. Still 9 seconds left on the play clock. Leopards were going to take a timeout and think about it here. 3:08 left here in the second quarter. Leopards trail the Wolves 14-8. We'll be back after this. Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton. Little over 3 minutes left here in the first half. Leopards have the ball, but facing a 4th and 6 from the 26-yard line. Second big 4th down play in a row here, Ben.
Yeah, and one of the things you'll notice, and I think this is kind of one of the things that's making us do what we're doing in the passing game, is if you look at the outside receivers, the corners that are lined up on them, they are backing up and they are bailing actually before the snap. You know, they're not waiting. They don't want to give up the fade, and that's one of the reasons that we've really kind of focused on those short and intermediate passes.
Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw, going across the middle to Martin. Oh, and he had him. Martin takes his eyes off. Looks like he was looking to run before bringing the ball in. What would have been a huge first down is going to be a turnover on downs. Ball goes over to Lake Hamilton.
He may actually have scored because I don't know that there was anybody in front of him. The defenders in front and behind him, actually. The defenders in front of him had jumped for the ball, and so that's when if he comes down, he may be trotting in pretty easily.
Yeah, nobody feels worse about that than Carter Martin. He's very competitive, very hard on himself, and he's going to be upset about that one for a while. But circle that one, Ben, and come back to it because it was there. Lake Hamilton going to take over, 1st and 10, ball on the 26-yard line, just over 3 minutes left. Here's the snap, fakes the give, looking to throw, going to run an out route, and it is nowhere near the vicinity of the receiver. Going to stop the clock and bring up a 2nd and 10 there.
And one of the things that we're going to see with, different guys out, Braylon Watson getting a lot of playing time there. That was number 34, Braylon Watson on the coverage. And so, one of the things that this whole COVID situation is going to do is it's going to give different kids opportunities to get some playing time over the course of the year.
Too tight wing T look on 2nd down. Here's the give. Tailback looking for room to run. He's going to fall forward for a gain of 4.
And Malik Relaford came in from the corner position to make that play right in the middle of the field. And, he may be the best defensive player that we have. He's a dynamic player. He's physical. He's a good athlete. He's smart and intelligent. So, that's a guy to watch moving forward that's probably going to be playing on Saturday somewhere.
3rd and a short 7 here. Here's the snap. Tailback looking for room off the left side. Not a lot there. Going to be a gain of about 2 there. Ball going to be down to the 32-yard line, and Ben, that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It is, and I'm really surprised that looked like Lake Hamilton was going to come out and try to drive the field. They start off with a pass, it's incomplete. That's not at all what Lake Hamilton wants. We're in a position where we can survive 2nd and 10, 2nd and 12. Lake Hamilton, a little bit more difficult situation for them, but then they kind of gave up on the series. It seemed like after they got to 2nd and 10.
Last punt was not necessarily a good one. Dante Reed back deep to receive for the Leopards. Snap is over his head as the punter runs back to the 5 where he fields it there. Ball is in the end zone now, just rolling around. It's going to be picked up. It's going to be touchdown. Leopards. Malik Relaford falls on it. The Leopards regain the lead. Actually, sorry, they tie the game. I'm sorry, Ben. I got excited.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky and not good. And actually, but we've been good. That's the thing. We have defensively, I think, surprised a lot of people in the stadium the way that we have handled the Lake Hamilton size, the way that we have handled their big backs. And so you put yourself in a position because they have to punt. They have, they have a bad punt. You make a play. But this really has been brought upon. Lake Hamilton is kind of, I think, maybe not understanding that they were going to be in a dogfight when they came into this.
Leopards will go for 2. Going to have twins right, split left. Carradine to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons rolls to his right, looking for someone to throw to. Back to Asher. He's wide open, and he's got it. 2-point conversion is good with 1:33 left in the 2nd quarter. The Leopards regain the lead, 16-14 over Lake Hamilton. We'll be back after this.
At MNB, we know that every customer is different. That's why we provide one-on-one guidance from our lending professionals. Our dedicated team understands the importance of taking that next step, and we offer our customers superior financial products and services. Put the strength and stability of MNB to work for you, with loan structures tailored to help you make sound financial decisions. Come see what banking with a real community bank feels like. Visit us online at mnbbank.com.
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton. Leopards just coming off of a huge turnover as Relaford falls on the ball after the punt snap was over the head of the punter, and he fumbled it a few times, Ben, and Relaford was Johnny on the spot. And then a nice 2-point conversion, and the Leopards lead 16-14.
And one of the things that if you go back and you watch this replay on YouTube, I want you to go back and look at what kind of left Malachi open. We had Dante Reed dragging across the field, and that caused those linebackers to have to stay in the middle. And it put one-on-one coverage with Malachi. Malachi got to the left, and that was it.
Carradine's kick is a good one, going to be fielded around the 10-yard line, looking for room up the right side. Going to be hit and dropped as he comes across the 30-yard line. Looks like he's going to get down to about the 33. Lake Hamilton will take over 1st and 10 from there. 1:27 left on the clock. 3 timeouts left, Ben.
If I had to name one word to kind of define our offense so far, it would be efficient. We've been
Chief of Staff Jace Roberts runs on to get the T.
Yeah, is efficient. You know, I think that other than the interception, we have been efficient with our plays.
1st and 10 from the 33-yard line as Lake Hamilton comes out and trips right in a shotgun formation. Give is to the tailback looking for room off the left side. He's got a lot of room as Easton West is trying to track him down, and he will run him out of bounds as he gets all the way down across the other 45 down to about the 42-yard line. Clock stops, 1:20 left. Going to be 1st and 10 from the 42.
And, you know, that's – what are you going to do? I mean, they got big guys. They got a running back that's, you know, he's not only big, he's athletic, and it puts them in a position now where they may actually think about putting the ball in the air. I think that they kind of got burned on it the first time, but, you know, you hate to just sit on it with 42 yards to go with 1:20 left to go. You got to feel like, and they got 3 timeouts, you got to feel like at some point they're going to try to put the ball in the air, and right now I don't know that we have anybody on the inside wide receiver.
We do not right now. Twins, there's the timeout.
I think Coach Brumfield noticed we didn't have anybody on the inside receiver.
A little bit of confusion there. We're going to take a break. We're going to take it with them. 1:20 left in the first half. Leopards lead 16-14. We'll be back after this.
Identity, the indicating factor of who or what someone is. Every day is a new chance to discover who I am, who I will become, and what will become of my future. The moment you realize that pride plus loyalty equals success and that it takes hard work to be the best, something magical happens. To be a Malvern Leopard is to be a scientist, an artist, an engineer, an athlete, and a leader. My identity is clear. I am a Malvern Leopard.
Welcome back to Lake Hamilton. 1:20 left here in the first half. Leopards lead the Wolves 16-14. Lake Hamilton has the ball on the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Leopards had to call a timeout, had a little bit of defensive confusion. They haven't seen a lot of shotgun tonight. I guess that just threw us into a tizzy here. But going to have twins right, tied in and up back to the left. Tailback to the right of the quarterback. Here is the snap. A little double handoff there. Going to have a little bit of room to the right side as that is Braylon Watson coming up like a missile and hitting him after a nice gain of 6 there.
And it looks like Lake Hamilton's going to try to call timeout and conserve some time right here. This is a bow your neck moment, I think, for both teams. For the Leopards, what a feeling it would be to go in on the road against a 6A opponent that got to the quarterfinals of the 6A playoffs last year ahead. And then think about Lake Hamilton. If they were able to go in and actually take the lead right here, they kind of feel like they have taken, control of the game back again. So this is a critical 110 in this ball game because both teams are one team's going to feel deflated going in because Lake Hamilton, I don't think, would have any idea that they would be behind 2 at halftime.
Ben, when I played my senior year in this game, we somehow went in at halftime, and we knew we weren't very good, and I think everybody was confused how we had the lead at halftime. But this Malvern team has played great the first half. 2nd and 5 here, 1:10 left on the clock. Lake Hamilton goes back to the 2 tight wing T formation. Ball on the 37-yard line. Here's the snap.
He's got a lot of room.
Yes, he does. As he crosses the 25, the 20, down to almost the 15-yard line. He's going to be brought down at the 16, as it looks like Relaford is slow to get up for the Leopards. Still 1:01 left on the clock, and Lake Hamilton with now 2 timeouts. Oh, there is a flag, Ben. I did not see that.
I didn't see it either. Where is the flag?
It's going to be down around the 42-yard line. Could be a huge play, as they look like they're going to be backing it up.
They're backing it up for sure.
That's going to negate what would have been a big play for Lake Hamilton. Still would have been plenty of time on the clock with 2 timeouts. But nevertheless, the hold will back them up, and they're going to now be facing a, looks like, 2nd and about 15 here.
And, you know, they're actually running the ball out of the shotgun. So what they're doing at this point is they're going to the shotgun. They're trying to get us to play pass. And then they're still running the same plays that they run out of the wing tee, out of the shotgun.
Just getting the men out of the box.
And so they're spreading us out and creating some space for their running backs. And one thing that I think their running backs do a great job of doing is they do not leave their lead blocker. I mean, it is like they tuck in behind that lead guy. And it's almost like they've got a hold of his belt, and they're just running right behind him, and they will let him carry him for 20 yards downfield.
1st and 15 from the 47-yard line. Twins right, tight end and up back to the left. Tailback moves over to the left side of the quarterback. Here's the snap. Give is to the tailback off the right side. He's going to be upended after a gain of 7. And Lake Hamilton will spend its second timeout with 33 seconds left on the clock. Leopards clinging to a 2-point lead. We'll be back after this.
Dedication, the quality of being devoted or committed to something. As a member of the Leopard Marching Band, we learn more than how to play an instrument or march. We learn the importance of responsibility and hard work. We know that every beat has a purpose, and it takes each of us to bring the music to life. We are a family. We are the sound of Clubman Stadium. We are the Malvern Leopard Marching Band, and together we bring the music to life.
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton has 1 timeout left. 33 seconds left on the clock. Ball is on the 40-yard line. Leopards lead 16-14 as Lake Hamilton is trying to somehow find a way to get into the end zone and take the lead for the half. They're going to come out with trips left.
This is not a formation that Lake Hamilton uses often.
No, back to the left of the quarterback. Here's the snap. He's going to roll to his left, looking to throw. Got another flag in the area of a hold.
That's definitely going to be a hold.
He's going to be hit and dropped by our isolated player of the game, Easton West.
And you almost wonder if this is going to turn out to be like a tale of 2 quarterbacks, because both of them have a lot to prove. For Cedric, he's trying to establish himself as one of the better quarterbacks in I would say the best pound-for-pound conference in the state of Arkansas. On the other side, you've got a backup quarterback that now finds himself in the middle of a dogfight where they're going to require him probably to make some plays. And, you know, we mentioned it in the coach's show, the broken collarbone to the starter. So this is a situation where he probably doesn't have a whole lot of experience trying to, you know, play in these tight ball games.
Ben, would you say it's the best of quarterbacks and the worst of quarterbacks? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Screen pass set up, and it is almost intercepted by Relaford as the ball sails over the head of the tailback. Falls harmlessly incomplete with 8 seconds left on the clock.
Trayshawn Mormon looked like he was shot out of a cannon. I know that it's a screenplay, and you're supposed to let those guys release, but you have to hold the block for a short period of time. Otherwise, you do not give your quarterback time to set up. They just completely whiffed him, and he shot out of there like Evel Knievel, you know, out of a – did they shoot Evel Knievel out of a cannon?
I don't know.
But no chance for the quarterback to set up and give that screen time to develop.
You almost didn't let me get my classic literature joke off there. Tell of 2 cities, baby. Twins right. Back to the right of the tailback. He's going to get the give off the left side. Going to be hit and dropped by Bud Johnson as the clock will hit triple zeros, and it will be halftime. Leopards are going to go in at the break up 16-14 over the Lake Hamilton Wolves.
Daniel Heat and Air provides both residential and commercial heating and cooling services. Daniel Heat & Air is family-owned and operated and takes great pride in making their customers feel like family. With over 40 years of service in the Hot Springs and Central Arkansas area, Daniel is ready to serve your needs with certified technicians on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For your heat and air needs, call Daniel Heat & Air at 501-293-0782.
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton as we begin to start the second half of this football game. Leopards lead the Lake Hamilton Wolves 16-14. Malvern did win the toss earlier, elected to receive. So now Keith Carradine will set the ball up to kick off to begin the second half. Like we said earlier, if you're listening to us on your radio dial, the Wolves will be going from right to left. I don't know directions, and don't ask me.
One of the things that's probably not in our playbook right now is the sneak onside kick, because we don't have a normal kicker out there.
Little squiver by Carradine gets by the last man, and it is going to roll all the way down into the end zone for the touchback. Almost a little danger there for Lake Hamilton. Kind of slow played it, and could have been bad if that ball would have stopped.
Ended up being a pretty smart play because, if he'd have fielded that ball around the 6 or the 4, he would have put them in a situation where they may have had to drive 90 yards down the field. And when you rely on running the football, pounding the football, and especially when you've kind of been, prominent to hold, that would be a tough go.
Lake Hamilton will take over 1st and 10 from the 20. Here's the snap give is the tailback off the left side. He's over the 30, over the 35, and going to have another flag here after a pretty good run for Lake Hamilton that went all the way down to about the 38-yard line.
And I would say probably the most impressive part of their team are their running backs. And not only are they big and strong, but they're very intelligent with the way they run the football, tucking in behind their runners.
Blockers.
The runners? Yeah, the blockers.
Yeah.
They're real smart, and they use their blockers as well as I've seen in high school football for a long time. I mean, they really use their blockers extremely well.
Looks like a block in the back will go against Lake Hamilton, as that will back them up a little bit, but still a nice solid play on first down. Will be, looks like 2nd and 2 from the 28-yard line. They have it as first down, but I don't think that's right. Nevertheless, they got a receiver split out to the left. Still in the T formation. Here's the snap double handoff. Leopards do a great job of staying home. Our isolated player of the game, Easton West, Bud Johnson in on that stop. I don't even think he's going to have enough for the first down there, Ben.
I don't think so. I think he has to get to the 30-yard line, but that's one of the reasons that we picked the defensive end for isolated player of the game, because that is a very difficult play to stay at home. It takes a lot of discipline to not chase that first handoff, and because if you don't, we've seen it, they can pick up a big chunk of yards.
T formation with the receiver split out to the left is going to be 2nd and 1. Here's the give up the middle. Plenty of room to run as he goes across the 35. He brought down just short of the 40. Looks like he'll get the 39-yard line, which will be a first down for Lake Hamilton.
Yeah, and right there we've got Aaron DeVore actually stepped in and getting some PT and being part of that stop. He's playing some defensive tackle. We've got some holes to fill, and different guys are having to come in, next man up, and he's one of the ones that's filling the holes for us.
Receiver split out to the right, T formation. Here's the snap, fakes the give, looking to throw. Rolling out to the right, he's got a man across the middle. Diving catch is made all the way down to the 48-yard line. Will be another first down for the Lake Hamilton Wolves.
Really good pass, really good catch. And on the run for a guy that's a backup quarterback getting thrust into it, that's a really good play. That's Isaiah Clenny is the receiver there. He's a senior, 5'11", 190. Laid out and made a nice play.
1st and 10 from the 48. Receiver split out to the left, T formation. Bring a man in motion. Give is up the middle. He's got a lot of room to run as he makes another man miss, and he's got wide open daylight. Easton West and Malik Rutherford giving chase, but unable to bring him down, and it will be a touchdown, Lake Hamilton. 10:15 left in the third quarter. They retake the lead.
I'm going to tell you, Tevin Woodley, he's one of the more impressive backs that I've seen in a couple of years. You know, we got a chance to see him last year, obviously, but he is a beast of an individual. Very tough to bring down, good balance, runs hard, and runs intelligently.
Arm tackles aren't going to bring him down. He ran through about 3 of them there. Good snap on the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:15 left in the third quarter, Lake Hamilton leads the Leopards 21-16. We'll be back after this.
Let M&B help your business keep progressing by offering you state-of-the-art technology. M&B is big enough to serve the needs of your business, but still make local decisions quickly for Central Arkansas. We offer mobile banking, remote deposit, and treasury management solutions. All of this from your local community bank, where you can still drop in and talk with someone when you want to see a friendly face. M&B, what a real community bank feels like. Visit us online at mnbbank.com.
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton. Leopards now trail the Wolves 21-16. 10:15 left here in the third quarter. Going to be Bud Johnson and Jacoby Hart back deep to receive for the Leopards. Great ball game so far. Haymakers coming from both sides.
And they went for 1, so it's a 5-point lead. So if we score a touchdown, we will have the lead. We will not have to get the 2-point conversion to take the lead. I was a little surprised that they didn't go for 2 to try to go up 6.
Chart says go for 2. Squib kick up the middle all the way down to the 15-yard line, fielded by Dante Reed there as he comes up across the 25-yard line. He's going to be dropped at the 27. Leopards will take over 1st and 10 from there.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what Coach Plumlee has coming out on the first possession of the second half. We were very pass-heavy, and so this is where the chess match begins for an offensive coach like Coach Plumlee. You kind of anticipate Lake Hamilton to make some adjustments and maybe keep the linebackers, in that 7 to 10 yard range. And you wonder if now we'd maybe start trying to get the ball to Keith or Jacoby on some of those quick hitters and try to blast out 5 or 6 yards a pop, as those linebackers are a little concerned about those zone coverages that they may have.
Simmons brings his team to the line. Twins left, split right, carried on to the left of Simmons. He rolls to his left, looking to throw. Now tucks it under, looking to run. He's going to get over the first down, the line of scrimmage, but not much more.
And Lake Hamilton did a good job of covering everyone. We had a couple of different routes to the left side, past the left hash. They had them covered very well, and then they had a couple of defenders, one of them a defensive end, one of them a linebacker, chasing Said to the sideline, and did a good job of taking an angle so that he couldn't cut upfield.
Actually going to be ruled a no gain there, so 2nd and 10 will be coming from the 28-yard line. Leopards huddle up. Looks like they're going to come to the line. Twins right, split left. Asher the up back to the left, carried on to the left of Simmons. Plenty of time left on the play clock. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw again. Now rolling out to his left. He's going to tuck it under again and be ran out of bounds after a short gain. Looks like he's going to pick up 2 down to the 30-yard line there.
Certainly looks like, Lake Hamilton, their adjustments have been to not necessarily play super deep and super short. It seems like they've done going into some different coverages with their linebackers, and we're still running those sprint outs. And another thing they're doing is I think they may be kind of blitzing off the edge a little bit and trying to cut those sprint outs a little short.
Twins right, split left, 3rd and 8 from the 30-yard line. Asher the up back to the left side. Simmons takes the snap, looking to throw. Deep over the middle is Dante Reed, and it's going to go off of his hands. Ben, if he's able to catch that one, there was nothing but wide open green in front.
Yeah, and I think there's actually going to be a couple of plays here where, we look back and, we had one in the first half, plays that the wide receivers are going to kind of, I think, kick themselves when they watch game film on it, because the opportunities have been there. It's just a matter of making the play and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, really, really well-placed ball there by Simmons. Right in stride of Dante, just unable to bring it in. will be Dante back deep to punt for the Leopards. They will face a 4th and 8 from the 30-yard line. First punt of the night, I think, for the Leopards. Punt is away. Going to bound around the 35-yard line down to the 30 where it will be fielded there. He's trying to run up the left side, running out of room quickly. Going to get up over the 40-yard line, but not much more. Aiden Richardson able to make the stop there.
And this is a real important drive because you don't want momentum to kind of shift. You know, this is a similar situation to what happened last year. I think that the wheels kind of fell off about a minute before halftime last year. This is one where you certainly don't want them to go up 2 scores, bang, bang, right out of the gate. When you came in with a lead, you don't want to go in the first 5 minutes and look yourself up at the scoreboard and be down 5 or 2 touchdowns.
Receiver split out to the right. T formation for Lake Hamilton. They're going to take over first down from the 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Here is the snap, give up the middle to the tailback. Going to be hit by our isolated player and dropped after a pretty good gain. Looks like about a gain of 8 there, Ben, down to the 49.
Yeah, what Lake Hamilton has decided to do, and it's been successful for them in the first drive in here, is they're giving a lot of different misdirection. They're giving a lot more misdirection in this half than they did in the first half, and that's because we're relying on speed. We're relying on stunts. We're relying on getting upfield, and when you give misdirection, we have to react, and if we react wrong, it opens up holes.
Give is off the left side. Got a lot of room to run as he crosses the 40. Going to be hit just short of the 35-yard line, all the way down to the 36. First down for the Wolves there as they are driving yet again. Jacoby Hart a little bit slow to get up for the Leopards.
And then as soon as I say that, they don't go misdirection at all. They just go right off tackle and go right at us and pick up a big chunk of yards.
Looks like Jacoby will be down for a second. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Identity, the indicating factor of who or what someone is. Every day is a new chance to discover who I am, who I will become, and what will become of my future. The moment you realize that pride plus loyalty equals success, and that it takes hard work to be the best, something magical happens. To be a Malvern Leopard is to be a scientist, an artist, an engineer, an athlete, and a leader. My identity is clear. I am a Malvern Leopard.
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton. Wolves lead the Leopards 21-16. 9:03 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line for the Wolves. Here's the snap. Give us the tailback off the left side, looking for room to run. Not going to be a lot there. Looks like he may pick up 2 down to the 34-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 8 from there.
And that's really the benefit of having a big back. Not much there. Excuse me, I got something in my throat. Sunflower seed in my throat, but not much there, and he still picks up, a couple of yards when it looked like, it should have been down around the line of scrimmage.
Receiver in tight out to the right. Still going to be in the T formation for Lake Hamilton. Bring a man in motion over to the right side. Here's the snap. Pitch out to the tailback looking for room outside to the right. He's got some, and he's got wide open room out there as he crosses the 20 and finally ran out of bounds at the 18-yard line. First down, Lake Hamilton.
Yeah, Lake Hamilton's kind of got it going on, and now we're starting to see, the Leopards kind of come up gimpy, a little cramp here, and we saw that in the second half a lot of the Glen Rose game. We don't go one way. We got a lot of two-way guys, and Lake Hamilton not so much.
Snap give to the tailback off the left side, looking for room, cuts it up, not a lot there. Going to get down to about the 16-yard line. Gain of 2 maybe. Interesting to see, Ben, a lot of hands on hips down there for that Leopard defense. Looking a little bit tired. Got to dig in deep here. You do not want to go down another score.
Yeah, we've got a lot of guys that play significant snaps on both sides of the ball, and I think that's starting to wear.
Man in motion to the right. Here's the snap. Give up the middle to the tailback. He breaks 1 tackle, and he's going to be hit by 2 guys and driven backwards. Another short gain there. Probably going to be looking at about 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I think our isolated player of the game was one of the 2, along with Malik Relaford. Easton West, the isolated player of the game, and this is a big, another big play right here.
Ball will be on the 13-yard line. Will be a 3rd and 4. got an injured Leopard down on the field with 7:35 left in the third quarter. We'll be back in just a minute.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton. Do want to report as they wheel the Leopard off the field. He does have movement in arms and almost Ben looks like he's fighting to want to stay on the field. So that is a good sign.
It is, and obviously you don't take chances with injuries above the waist. So that's we hope it's purely precautionary, but it looks like the player himself wants to get back, wants to get off the stretcher and play ball.
3rd and 4 here from the 13-yard line for Lake Hamilton. Here is the snap, give to the tailback off the left side. He's got room to run as he's up over the 10-yard line. Going to be close to the first down.
I think he got it.
Ball is marked right on the 8-yard line.
All right, first down. They're moving the sticks. 1st and goal.
That will make it 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. 7:24 left in the third quarter. Wolves lead the Leopards 21-16. Got a receiver split out to the left side, but remain in the T formation.
You got to believe that the Leopards are going to start selling out, and trying to make a play and bring some pressure and hope they guess right.
Snap give to the tailback off the left side. He's hit almost immediately. Breaks the first few tackles, but finally going to be driven backwards. Looks like it's going to be pretty close to no gain there for the Wolves.
And we did. We brought a lot of pressure. There's 2 different kinds of blitzes. There's a blitz for the run and there's blitzes for the pass. That was clearly we're trying to blitz every gap and prevent running play from getting yardage. That was a run blitz and did a good job of sealing off all the gaps.
Was no gain. It is 2nd and 8 from the 8-yard line. Here's the snap give is to the tailback up the middle. He's going to be hit immediately. He's fighting through tackles, but held him up long enough for another man to get there and drive him back. Big play by the Leopard defense. That was Malik Relaford.
It was. I think first contact may have actually been Keith Carradine. I don't know if he's playing defensive tackle or linebacker, but he was. I believe he may have been the first person to get that initial stop and force him to try to bounce out to a different gap.
Will be a loss of 1 on the play. 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line now for the Wolves.
One thing about Keith, he's not afraid of contact.
Too tight wing T here. Here's the snap. Fakes the give to the tailback. Got the other tailback out on a little out route. Pass and catch is good, and it will be a touchdown for Lake Hamilton. But, Ben, there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, and it looks like it's around the line of scrimmage, so looks like that could be coming back.
Going to be a hold on Lake Hamilton. That will negate what would have been a touchdown for Lake Hamilton and now make a 3rd and goal from the 19-yard line, which is not at all what Lake Hamilton wants.
It's not at all what Lake Hamilton wants. You kind of wonder that they've got a boomer leg, right? They've been kicking the ball into the end zone. You wonder how accurate he is with the field goals. That would put them up 8. And then all of a sudden that extra point does look like a good idea.
Well, I got you, Ron. Sooner, baby. We stay in the wing T formation on 3rd and goal from the 19. Give up the middle, and there's a lot of room, but he is going to be hit and dropped. Nice play there by our isolated player, Easton West. Looked like he was gone, Ben.
It was a great recovery because if Easton doesn't make the play from behind, that's a touchdown. There's no question about it. So really nice recovery to prevent the touchdown, and they've got faith in their kicker, and they're going to come out and try to take an 8-point lead.
Ball is on the 11-yard line after the carry. Will be 4th and goal from there, and as Ben said, looks like a field goal attempt. Going to be about a 28-yarder, I believe. Snaps down, kick is away. It's
Wide
no
left.
good.
Wide left.
No good, and I don't know why the clock ran a few extra seconds, but nevertheless, huge stop there by the Malvern defense, overcoming the loss of one of their players, and bowing their necks and getting the job done there, Ben.
It is. It's a big play for them because, a touchdown, particularly a touchdown. Now, I think they could have obviously survived the field goal attempt because you're still one score down. But a touchdown right there would have been, I think, really, really detrimental to the psyche of the team. But here we are. We're only down 5. We got about halfway through the third quarter, plenty of time. You would love to have a methodical drive. You'll take 6 points any way you get it. If we go 80 yards right here, we'd be happy with it. But an opportunity to reclaim the lead on this drive.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Going across the middle. Didn't look like there was really anybody there. Malachi Asher was in double coverage. Going to be harmlessly incomplete.
Yeah, he almost kind of split the difference between Asher and Martin right there because I'm not entirely sure who that was intended for. And we're kind of fortunate that they didn't have a safety playing center field because that would have been an easy pick.
I'm not sure that wasn't intentionally put between everybody and just say, hey, you know what, let's try 2nd down. Will be 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Leopards come to the line, twins right, split left. Asher is the up back on the left side. Looks like Carradine to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap, give is to Carradine, looking for room to run. Not a lot there. He's going to be hit and driven backwards. Going to lose a yard here. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 from the 19.
When you look at the unit that we lost more from than any other unit from last year, it's the offensive line. And I think that may have a lot to do with why we are throwing the ball so much in this particular game. And we really, this is not the time to try to break in a brand new offensive line with a power run scheme probably. And we saw some of that right there.
3rd and 11 from the 19. Twins right, split left. Carradine to the left of Simmons. Asher the up back on the right side. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Got a man across the middle. Is Carter Martin. Makes a nice catch, and he will have enough for the 1st down all the way to the 34-yard line.
Really great job by Martin, again, of finding that sweet spot. He actually slowed down before the pass. He was still kind of staying on his targets, staying on that particular route, but he slowed down because he was going to run himself into the safety. So really good job, smart, savvy play by Martin, and a really good job of Cedric to pick up on that and throw a BB right on target.
Looks like the Leopards are going to have twins to each side with Carradine out there at receiver. Going to have Asher stay as the up back on the left side. Simmons will be alone in the backfield.
Yeah, and Keith not accustomed to playing wide receiver, not real sure what he's supposed to do, and we're going to call a timeout, I bet, right here.
Nope. Get the snap off. Simmons looking to throw. Going to tuck it. Look for room to run around the outside. Going to have just a little bit. Going to be ran out of bounds after a gain of 2.
Yeah, it looked like Coach was trying to call timeout over there, but didn't get it in time, or referee didn't hear, and Cedric was actually able to make a little something out of what could have been a real bad situation because we were, is flummoxed the word I'm looking for? We were.
That's a good word.
It's a good word. That'd give me a lot of points on Scrabble. 2 M's, an X, an F.
Especially if you hit that triple letter score.
You'd probably hit a double word or triple word with one that long. So.
My goodness.
But we definitely didn't. We were a little confused, discombobulated there.
2nd and 7 from the 37-yard line.
Be
Twins.
Another great Scrabble word.
You're killing them. Twins to each side. Asher the up, back to the right. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Got a man across the middle. He looked like he was grabbed, and there's the flag.
Yeah.
It comes in late.
Yeah, definitely. You could see that there was a hand on his hip that prevented him. I mean, he actually turned Martin sideways. So that was going to be a real easy call to make. And, this is a really good start to the drive.
Oh, absolutely. And Martin did beat him to the inside, had great position, and Simmons' throw was going to be on the money. So sometimes you cut your losses as a defensive back and just take the penalty.
And that's going to be a holding. Defensive holding is an automatic 1st down. I think.
Pretty sure it is. So they get ready to mark off the penalty.
Well, it's going to be marked off well past the 1st down marker anyway.
I might have went for the full
15 there.
No.
Now they're marking back.
May have been a little bit of miscommunication. Someone might have thought it was a full pass interference there. 1st and 10 for the Leopards at the 47-yard line. Twins to each side. Asher the up back on the right side. Simmons takes the snap, looking to throw again. Going to throw deep, this time to Dante Reed on a fade route, and he is double covered and almost finds it in that little window in there to Reed, but falls incomplete.
Yeah, and I think when they look at that on film, down the right hash, Chase McAllister, I think, had a lot of space around him. You know, you're really trying to – you can't spend too much time going through your progressions with this defensive front because they're going to be getting pressure. But I think that when they see that on the film, McAllister had the right seam and plenty of space.
Trips to the right, twins to the left. Here's a tunnel screen to Chase McAllister. He fights off one tackle and gets forward down for about a gain of 4 there. Going to bring up a 3rd and 6 from the 49-yard line.
And that's putting us on schedule to make a play because, you know, we're really focusing and relying on the pass, and that, you know, 6 to 10 yards has kind of been, you know, where we've had the most amount of success. And so you want to get to that position where that 6-yard completion is a first down.
McAllister seeing some more action tonight than he did last week. A few guys, as we mentioned, not available to go tonight. Going to have trips to the left, split right, back to the left of Simmons. Looks like an option play. Simmons cuts it up. He's going to try to get forward, still trying to move the pile forward. Going to be hit just short of the 45-yard line. Looks like he's going to get to the 46, where it'll be 4th down from there.
Lake Hamilton played that very well, and at first contact, I thought that he was not going to make any yardage on it, but Cedric just kind of does what Ced does and was able to spin his body around a little bit and put us in a very makeable 4th down conversion play here.
4th and 3 from the 46-yard line. Twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the left side. Hart the back to the left of Simmons. Simmons tries to get him to jump off sides. No go here. Still plenty of time to get a play call in. As Coach Plumley walks over to the official, looks like he's going to run some clock and probably use his first time out here. 1:30 and running left in the 3rd quarter. That's exactly what he does. With 1:26 left in the 3rd quarter, Lake Hamilton leads the Leopards 21-16. We'll be back after this.
Identity, the indicating factor of who or what someone is. Every day is a new chance to discover who I am, who I will become, and what will become of my future. The moment you realize that pride plus loyalty equals success, and that it takes hard work to be the best, something magical happens. To be a Malvern Leopard is to be a scientist, an artist, an engineer, an athlete, and a leader. My identity is clear. I am a Malvern Leopard.
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton. Leopards face a huge 4th and 3 here from the 46-yard line. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and take off. No, he throws it backwards. And going to be a loss there.
You know, I thought he might have had a chance to pick it up with his legs, and then he kind of wheeled around, and maybe he just felt like he wasn't going to make it. But that was a curious decision on his part.
Curious indeed.
But you never know. Sometimes you have a Hunter Henry type play, you know.
Well, you know, that maybe he was thinking if I take off, everybody's going to run to me, and then I can just kind of, in a sense, pitch it out there. But nothing there for Hart. Lake Hamilton will take over on downs at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for them. Got a receiver split out to the left. T formation stays intact. Here's the snap. Give us the tailback off the left side, looking for room to run to the outside. Breaks the first initial tackle and gets over the 50 down to the 49-yard line.
Pretty well played by our part, and still, you know, the back was able to pick up 4 yards. Another adjustment that they've made, if they're not going misdirection, is they've actually added a wide receiver. They've taken out one of the tight ends, put in a wide receiver. That's forcing us to spread out a little bit. When we were able to put 10 guys right there in the box, we were coming hard, and now they've eliminated some of that to a degree.
2nd and 6 from the 48-yard line. Bring a man in motion. Here's the snap. Pitch out to the right. Tailback looking for room. Going to be hit near the line of scrimmage. He fights forward for a gain of 2. Probably going to be 3rd and 4 now from about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and again, it was played pretty well. You got a strong back. He makes something out of it, and on our part, you got a great opportunity for guys like Aaron DeVore, because this is the whole situation being what it is. He's getting some playing time. He's making some plays and getting some film and trying to earn some time later on.
Give his up the middle. A lot of room to run there. Easton West is going to hit him, and Carradine helps out, but it's after a big gain all the way down to the 36, 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wolves from there. That will be the end of the third quarter, as we got a good one here. Lake Hamilton leads Malvern 21-16. We'll be back for the fourth quarter.
Dedication, the quality of being devoted or committed to something. As a member of the Leopard Marching Band, we learn more than how to play an instrument or march. We learn the importance of responsibility and hard work. We know that every beat has a purpose, and it takes each of us to bring the music to life. We are a family. We are the sound of Clubman Stadium. We are the Malvern Leopard Marching Band, and together we bring the music to life.
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton for the start of the fourth quarter. Close game here. Lake Hamilton leads the Leopards 21-16 as they have a 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Receiver split out to the left, T formation. Bring a man in motion from left to right. Give is up the middle of the tailback. Got a lot of room to run. See, he's just bruising his way forward, and some late activity there. Still talking.
And there's a flag.
Yeah, there is a flag.
So somebody earned something.
My guess is it's probably going to be offsetting. The Lake Hamilton kid continued to block the Malvern player. Well, after the play was over, Malvern player kind of gave him a shoulder saying, "Leave me alone." And there the flag flies.
Yeah, and the coaches are really giving this Lake Hamilton player the business, which is good to see. I mean, if you see a guy that is acting out of line, you want to try to correct that.
Well, also should note, player was removed from the field for Malvern as well. Just don't want to see that in a football game that's been played so well. Gonna be offsetting. Probably the right call there. Usually takes two to tango. So it will be a 1st down and 10 for Lake Hamilton as they got the ball down to the 26-yard line.
And a really good adjustment. Number 8's running out there, and he's splitting out real wide, and that's just to spread our defense out. And he's not going to catch the football. I hate to be the one to tell him that, but
give up the middle again. Not going to be as big of a game, but still a nice one here on 1st down as he gets down to the 21-yard line.
Like, you, sir, are a decoy. That's what he is. And we have another Leopard down.
This one appears to be Charles Sanders. I think this might just be a cramp. Nevertheless, we'll take a break while they tend to him. We'll be back. Our apologies, was Leonard Leach cramping up, but he is able to get up and run off the field under his own power. Coach Plum, we said we would see some new faces this week. Leonard Leach being one of the beneficiaries of that. Going to be 2nd and 5, ball on the 21-yard line. Receiver split out to the left, T formation. Bring a man in motion from left to right. Here is the snap. Give is to the tailback off the left side. Going to be hit and dropped right at the 1st down. Looks like he's going to be a little short, Ben.
Might be a little short, but they're one thing Lake Hamilton's doing right now is they're staying on schedule. 1st down, 4 or 5 yards. 2nd down, 4 or 5 yards, and leaving them with 3rd and short. And that's exactly, the schedule that Lake Hamilton wants to be on, and that's one where they're going to be successful. And at this point, what Malvern probably needs is a tackle for loss, some sort of play to put them behind schedule. It could be a penalty, could be a tackle for loss.
Here's a snap. It is a penalty. It was a 3rd and 1. Ball was on the 17-yard line before the snap. It's going to be a false start, and that will back them up, Ben. So now that 3rd and 1 is going to become a 3rd and 6. Helps the Leopards out.
And after the missed field goal on the previous possession, you think that this may be 4-down territory. So they may not be interested in trying to get all 6 right here. They'll be satisfied with 4 and bringing up 4th and 2, because I got to feel that Lake Hamilton feels pretty confident that they can get 2 yards. Not to say at will, but if it's 4th and 2, they're going to feel pretty confident about getting that 2.
Well, this Leopard defense has been on the field for a long time this second half. And not a lot of bodies, as we've mentioned. Receiver split out to the left. Bring the man in motion from left to right. T formation. Here's the snap. Give is to the tailback up the middle. Fighting off tackles, but going to be hit and drop. Wow, that gave a lot of forward progress there, Ben.
Yeah, I'm not sure he actually got to the mark that they gave him to, but I thought it was a little closer to the 20-yard line. They may have, that was a generous spot, I would say, but here you are. This is an opportunity for somebody on the defense to make a play. It's going to be 4th and about 2. This is almost I don't want to say it's a must-win situation for you, but you do not want to give them first and 10 inside the 15-yard line.
4th and 2 from the 18. Receiver split out left, T formation. Try to get Malvern to jump, no go. Looks back to the sideline for the play. Still plenty of time on the play clock. No need to rush if you're Lake Hamilton. Here is the snap. Give is the tailback off the left side. He's going to have enough for the first down and more. Wait. Well, yep, all the way down to 11 or 12-yard line. Kind of tough to tell from the angle. And we've got two Leopards down on the ground as we're dropping like flies right now, Ben.
It is, it's what happened to that cold front that we were promised? A week ago today we were told it was going to be like 70 degrees as a high, and I was thinking we were going to come in here and watch football at about 64 degrees with a light, nice breeze coming off of Lake Hamilton, and then here it is. The air has stagnated, and it feels like it's like we're swimming with the humidity.
We are in a hot box, no doubt. It is 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. A little over 9 minutes left in the game. Here's the snap. Tailback off the left side. Hit pretty quickly. Still going to pick up 2 yards there. Nice play by
that's Braylon Watson.
Braylon Watson.
And one of the things about, playing a lot of guys in this game is you're getting a lot of experience in a non-conference game. At some point during the conference season, these guys are going to have to step up and play, maybe more so this year than any other with the whole COVID situation, but it's great to get some experience in a big-time ball game against a tough opponent.
2nd and 8 from the 10-yard line. Go back to the 2-tight wing T look here. Give this to the tailback off the right side. Got a lot of room to run. He's going to lower his shoulder and be just short of the goal line. Nice tackle by Carter Martin to save the touchdown.
Yeah, and he did all that he could do right there because, I think if he would have tried to wrap him up, I think he probably just would have gotten carried right on into the end zone. And best thing that he could do is try to put that shoulder pad right on his thigh and hope that you drive that leg back and take him down, and that's what happened. But boy, 1st and goal from the 1 with this big offensive line, this is a tall order for our defense.
Quarterback sneak right up into the end zone will be a touchdown Lake Hamilton as they extend their lead now. 27-16. Extra point pending. Yeah, now that it's dark.
Now that it's dark, they look really good.
Yeah, the Rockets' red glare.
I feel like they wasted so much money on those early shots. But here's.
Do you think they load up around the holidays? You can't just buy fireworks.
Well, the best time to buy would have been on July 5th.
There you go. There you
so
go.
Surely they caught a deal.
Get your deals. Here's the snap. Kick is away. It is good with 8:26 left. Lake Hamilton leads the Leopards 28-16. We'll be back after this.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton. 8:26 left in this ball game. Been highly competitive. Wolves just scored to go up 28-16 on the Leopards, and Ben, the offense needs to come out here and put a pretty good drive on, if nothing else, just to give the defense a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, it's a tough situation because here we are with about 8.5 minutes left in the game. You're down 2 scores, so you can't take your time. But the problem is if you score too quickly, you've got a defense that is, got got a lot of holes in it right now. They're tired. They're winded. It's a tough situation. There's no right answer right now.
Ced Simmons and Malik Rutherford back deep to receive for the Leopards. Kick is away, and it's a good one, as it will be fielded right at the 1 yard line, and Malik momentum carries him back into the end zone, and they will rule it a touchback. Leopards will start 1st and 10 from the 20.
You know, there's a lot of reasons to not, be super excited about the whole COVID pandemic, but as from a football perspective, this would have been a great year to pack the stands, because I think that you can come out here and you can see that this is a team on the rise. This is a team that's going to get better not only this year, but the talent. There's a lot of talent in those junior and sophomore classes, and if you come out and you watch the 9th grade and on, I'm telling you, you're going to want to start buying your season tickets now, because you're going to want to get on the early list in the coming years.
Big win for the Cubs last night over the Trojans. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Throws it out to Carradine. Got a flag on the play as Carradine looks to get upfield. Spins off one man. Breaks another tackle. Still trying to go forward. Hit and thrown late out of bounds, but no flag over there. Flag in the vicinity of holding.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this, because it looked like we had an offensive lineman laying on top of one of their defensive linemen and wasn't getting up. So, that's sometimes that will draw a flag.
Confucius say. Will be holding against the Leopards. Backs them all the way up to the 10-yard line, where now they will face 1st and 20.
And I think we're starting to see the elements of fatigue
and
start to play. And not only the elements of fatigue, but we're playing guys that normally would not be thrust into the position that they're in. So, we've got experience issues, fatigue issues.
Twins right, split left. Asher the back off the left side. Tail back to the left of Simmons. 1st and 10 from the 20. Simmons looks to throw. Got Carter Martin on an out route. He's going to be hit and dropped after a gain of 2. And Ben, to touch on that, anytime you play higher classification schools, they're higher classifications because they have more kids in their school, which usually means bigger teams, more kids to play.
It means more kids to play. It means that your potential for better athletes is higher. It means that your potential for big kids is higher. It means that your potential for a guy that can throw it a long way is higher. That's just the benefit of having a lot of kids to choose from.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout Malvern here with 7:20 left in the game. Malvern will have one timeout left, trailing Lake Hamilton 28-16. We'll be back after this. Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton. 2nd and 17 for the Leopards. Ced Simmons looking to throw. Got Braxton Allen out there. Quick stop route. He's going to get back to near the original line of scrimmage, but not quite, to the 19-yard line.
Yeah, and I think right now Lake Hamilton's kind of smelling blood a little bit. I think they're kind of sensing the fatigue. And, funny thing about the way the mind works, it's actually giving Lake Hamilton a second wind. I mean, that's just kind of the way that, our natural bodies work when you sense a little bit of weakness. And right now ours is just depth. It's an issue of depth. And I think Lake Hamilton's got to picked up on that, and they're flying around better than they were in the first quarter.
3rd and 11 from the 19-yard line here. Going to have trips left, Twins right. Simmons alone in the backfield as he looks to throw over the head of Carter Martin, trying to run that skinny post.
And it was there. He was open. It was just that's one that Coach Plumlee may have to answer. Was the ball put in the right spot and we didn't break that off, or was, I don't know. Well, that's one that Plumlee's going to have to look at and tell us later on. But we're in, I would say, dire straits at this point, because now we're down 2 scores, 6.5 minutes, and you've got an offense that is really kind of feeling itself right now and is picking up chunks of yardage at a time.
4th and 11, Leopards will be on to punt. Dante Reed's punt is going to land around the 40-yard line and get a Leopard roll back over the 50 down to the 48-yard line, where it will be downed there. Lake Hamilton will start its next drive, and Ben, it wouldn't shock me at all to see a lot of running the ball and trying to kill this clock.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the game plan. I mean, they were, the game plan from the very beginning was to run the football for them. They've got just a handful of passes, and most of those were built off of play action. They even out of the shotgun, I think they ran the ball more out of the shotgun than they did from under center.
1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Receiver split out to the left. Bring the man in motion from left to right. T formation. Give is to the tailback up the middle. He's going to be hit and dropped after about a gain of 4. Going to get the 49-yard line.
Really good solo tackle by Trayshawn right there because, again, that was – if Trayshawn doesn't make that play, he's got a lot of room to run. So really good form tackle to keep that at a minimal gain.
Going to be 2nd and 7 from the 49-yard line. Here is the snap, double handoff as the tailback will now come around the right side. He's over the 45, over the 40. Dante Reed lowers the shoulder and brings him down, but it will be another first down for Lake Hamilton.
And you can just kind of look around the field, and we've got, kids slow to get up, it seems like, on every play. And on this particular play, it was, Trayshawn again, kind of trying to walk off look like maybe that doesn't look like a cramp. Looks like maybe a stinger, caught a knee to the thigh or something.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line for Lake Hamilton. 2 tight ends, wing T. Here's the snap. Double handoff again. Same play. Nice play by our isolated player of the game, Easton West, as he goes multi-directional.
Oh, Easton West and multi-directional. That's good. So that's what we needed, though. I mean, if we're going to have any kind of chance, we got to get them behind the sticks. We have to change, get them off kilter a little bit, get them off schedule. And 2nd 11 is not their forte. So we need to stop them here, keep them from getting this to about 3rd and 5. If we can keep it to 3rd and 6 or better, we're in pretty good shape.
And here is the snap. Give is to the tailback up the middle. Got a lot of room to run. Easton West again is going to be on the stop, but it's after a huge gain all the way down to the 24-yard line, and will be another Lake Hamilton first down.
And we go back to the things that Lake Hamilton did at halftime. Some of it obviously is fatigue, some of it is size, but they've made some really good adjustments, splitting the wide receivers out to spread our defense out and get guys out of the box, and using a lot more misdirection. So hats off to Lake Hamilton for their part.
Receiver split out to the left, wing T formation. Tailback gets the give, looks to go left and back up the middle. Nice cut by him. He's going to be down inside the 10-yard line all the way down to about the 7. Dante Reed on the tackle.
And the other thing that Lake Hamilton has done is they've not given up what they do. I mean, even when Malvern, seemed to have things under control and was starting to get some plays behind the line of scrimmage, Lake Hamilton, they know their identity, and they did not give up on it. They just keep pounding the rock, and eventually you will wear a team down.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line here for the Lake Hamilton Wolves. We have a flag on the play.
Sideline warning?
An aggressive sideline warning.
It was.
Not very happy with the Malvern sideline at the moment.
Didn't look to be particularly egregious on our part. We have a huddle of coaches.
Shotgun snap. It's low but fielded. Give this to the tailback. Not a lot of room to run there. He's going to be brought down for a loss back to the 10-yard line.
Looked like Jacoby Hart and Easton West kind of led the charge right there. And, we're down to a little over 4 minutes left to go. If we can prevent a touchdown and we score quickly, we might give ourselves a chance. Keep in mind, we don't really have anybody with a lot of practice at onside kicking, so we would have to score relatively quickly if we do prevent a touchdown here.
2 tight wing T, shift from one side to the other. Here's the snap. Give it to the tailback looking for room to run to the outside. Follows his blocker, but nice trailing tackle made there by Quentin McCoy. Going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 6.
Yeah, and obviously now we're down to 3.5 minutes. A touchdown puts it out of reach. A field goal makes it very, very difficult because that takes the lead. 15 points.
But he's got the math going.
But, it's going to require 2 scores, but we cannot allow a touchdown to have any prayer at all.
Too tight wing T formation. Here is the snap. Give us the tailback, cuts it up to the middle, got room to run. He will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Lake Hamilton, and things are getting chippy. I would expect probably another offsetting penalty here as we celebrate the 4th of July to our left.
Yeah, we got another player maybe cramping up, and this is, I think a part of this whole cramping up situation that we've seen with us probably goes back to not having all those spring practices, goes back to not having, being able to work with them over the summer like we normally have an opportunity to do. And,
we got another flag.
And then you combine that with a depth issue where guys have to go both ways.
We had a flag in the form of a hat thrown. As there's just flags everywhere at this point.
Yeah, if we're throwing hats for flags, and we're in a go home. We go home in about 3 minutes and 8 seconds.
You stay classy. Well, what ended up happening was the Lake Hamilton receiver was getting some late pushes in on one of our players, and we'd had enough and pushed back. It should be a, pretty easy offsetting penalty, and now the flag or the hat throwing may cancel that out, as it may have been another penalty on what had to be Malvern because there was no Lake Hamilton player in sight when that went down.
But it's also hard to throw a hat. You never know.
He threw it straight up. He cranked it.
Yeah. Unsportsmanlike on Malvern.
It's offsetting. They called it offsetting.
No, both of them are against us.
No. You missed one.
Did I miss one?
Yeah. That's what the hat came in was the second one on Malvern. The first 2 were offsetting, like I said, but then the hat that flew was the second unsportsmanlike on Malvern. Well, no, I'm not sure what he just did there. Who knows? 3 minutes left.
Yeah, at this point, you're trying to get out of here without injury, without
just
incident.
Yeah, keep your class. Let's just get out of here. Here's the snap. Kick is away. It is good. With 3:08 left in the game, Lake Hamilton extends their lead to 35-16. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett, and I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back into Lake Hamilton on what was for about 3.5 quarters been a very competitive ball game. Just the, as you've mentioned multiple times, lack of depth. Players playing new positions this week. Finally just began to kind of wear down on the Leopards, and the Wolves have been the beneficiary of that as they pushed the lead out to 35-16. Because of the second unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, they will be kicking off from the 45-yard line, which I would assume would just be a easy touchback. If I was him, I might try to make the field goal just for the fun of it. Nevertheless, Sid Simmons and Malik Relaford back deep to receive for the Leopards. Kick is away, and it is just short of the goal post. Will be a touchback.
One of the things that is a beneficiary for this game for us is, we're going to play some physical football teams. The 7-4A is, it is not a conference for the faint of heart. And, even though we play a lot of teams that are going to run the spread, they are physical out of the spread. Arkadelphia is one of the most physical teams in the state. Even if they spread it out, they're going to be physical with it. And so when you play a team like Lake Hamilton, a big 6A school that relies on physicality, when you play Joe T., who's going to be physical. When you play Nashville, who's going to play physical, and Arkadelphia, it's not going to be new to you.
Here's the snap. Give is to Braylon Watson, looking for room to run on the outside. Nothing there. It's going to be a loss on the play as the Leopards took over at the 20-yard line. Now going to be looking at, well, I guess they're going to give him a no gain. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and I don't think that I think the reason we're running the football right here is not to run out of bounds. I think Coach Plumlee's trying to get this 3 minutes off the clock. But it is nice every once in a while to see a number 34 with the football in his hands, isn't it?
Well, and also tempers are kind of starting to flare, and you don't want to lose anybody for next week in the last 3 minutes. Twins right, Twins left. Tailback to the left of Simmons. Will be 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's the snap, low snap. Simmons comes away with it, looking to throw now. Has a man. Somehow, incredibly, the ball is on the ground, rolling around. Simmons picked it up, rolled out to his left, gets out there and finds Dalen Weaver for a nice play.
Yeah, and there's a sophomore having an opportunity to get some playing time. There are a couple of other guys out there. You see sophomore Tyler Golden is out there at wide receiver. Chase McAllister getting some extended time out at wide receiver tonight. So this is, you never like to lose. Losing's a horrible feeling. But we're getting some very valuable experience, not only for the guys that we're going to be counting on every single week, but a lot of guys that are going to get some valuable experience that may find themselves in a position to play later on.
3rd and 1. Here's the snap. Give is to Watson, looking to try to get up. He looks like he may have let go of the ball there. I think it's a fumble, and I think Lake Hamilton will take over. They're going to take over at the 29-yard line. 1:59 left in this game, and what was a valiant effort for a long time is going to look in the record books as nowhere near how close this game really was. And these guys have a lot to be proud of. Keep their heads high, and all you fans listening, this is a team that came in and battled a tough 6A opponent and took them all the way into the 4th quarter in a very close competitive game, and just ran out of gas, Ben.
Yeah, and we're going to kind of start looking forward to next week now. It's going to be Lakeside, and if you want to compare scores, Lake Hamilton went to Lakeside 2 weeks ago and won by 14, won by a couple of touchdowns, and so I don't know, comparing scores is difficult to do, but they also had 2 weeks to correct all the mistakes from their first game because they didn't have a game last week.
They were week 0 players, yep.
So when you have, a lot of things kind of played in their favor coming into this one, but, I suspect that the game against Lakeside at home is going to be a very, very close contest. I think that's going to be kind of the expectation on both sides.
Lake Hamilton has gone into the victory formation, took a knee on 1st down, and most likely will do it again on 2nd down. We encourage you to come out on what will be the home opener for the Leopards next week, and I believe will be senior night as well as we honor our seniors, just in case there is any issues with COVID. We hope and pray that doesn't happen. We ask that we continue to stay safe and do everything we can to give these kids their senior season, but you all need to come out, everyone who possibly can. I know there's limitations on how many people can, but the renovations made to Claw and Man Stadium are second to none. As we're excited, we get to be in our new home, our new press box next week, and on what is going to be just absolutely probably the best facilities in 4A. And I don't want to challenge anybody else or get into any debates or anything like that, but it is amazing what we've done with our facilities.
It is, and not only that, but it's an exciting brand of football with some exciting playmakers for you to come out and watch. And not only that, but it's a group that's easy to root for. They work real hard. They play hard. They don't give up. I mean, to the very end. I mean, we're fighting and scrapping here. It's just, too big of a mountain to climb. But this is a great group of kids, fun to root for, and I think that if you come out, you're going to fall in love with these kids and want to be out there every Friday night.
As the last 5 seconds will roll off, Lake Hamilton will get out of here with a victory. They're going to beat the Leopards 35-16.